What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Go back again with another video. Just want to say thank you to everyone who's tuning in, and I hope all of you are having a glorious day. Just like to take a second to say, if you love the content, if you love turtles, if you love reptiles, or if you just, rock with me, go ahead and smash on that like button. Definitely smash on that subscribe, click the notification bell, make sure you don't miss a thing. Getting right into it, what you're looking at is my 40-gallon breeder, which houses my trio of stripe-necked musk. There's my oldest female right there. And what we're getting ready to do is revamp this whole thing, because I thought the male was still too young to really get the job done going after the females and stuff like that. There's my other female. But he's been going after them quite a bit, and I've seen him locked onto both of the females. So, more or less as a precaution, what I've decided to do is add a nest box and just kind of rework the entire tank. I'm going to throw in some sand as substrate on the bottom as well. And the first thing I did was wash the sand, obviously. I have that in some 5-gallon buckets in my backyard. And then what we did, I got two 16-quart Sterilite containers from Home Depot. Filled them up with the sand. I doubled up the containers, there's two of them. I don't know if you can see that. The reason I did that, it was sort of a precautionary thing, because I didn't, just in case the container on the inside or outside or whichever one sprang a leak, I'll have, basically double the protection, because you don't want to have sopping wet sand in your nesting box / basking area. I might throw a little more sand in there. There's almost an inch of space between the top and the sand, but that's no problem really. I got a couple of rocks in here, this fake plant buried into the sand, and these dark marks here, I made holes with like a flaming hot nail. I just held the nail under a flame with a pair of pliers, and I just made holes, which I'm going to use to attach to the ramp that is going to be made out of egg crate to the nesting box itself, and I'll be attaching those via zip ties. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build a frame. Yeah, I guess you can call it a frame, kind of a stand sort of thing, out of this PVC. And when that's done, we're gonna paint the frame a nice green color using this Krylon Fusion. It's I think it's basically specifically made for a stronger bond on plastic, and once it's cured and dry, it's non-toxic when it is in the water. So next thing that's gonna have to happen is I'm gonna go over to Home Depot, and I'm gonna get a few other PVC pieces to connect all the pieces that I'm gonna cut out of this. I have a couple other pieces left over from we recently redid our sprinkler system, and there's a bunch of PVC left over, so I decided to put it to good use. So I have to get a few pieces to connect everything, a couple of end caps for the bottom of the legs of the stand. And like I said, I'm going to paint it with the Krylon Fusion, and we are going to rework the entire tank. So we're going to be taking you along with that pretty much step by step. Now, I'm not going to actually build everything in front of the cameras. I don't want this video to be that long, but as long as you have some PVC shears and a little imagination, you can pretty much make anything out of PVC. It's one of the best materials to use in your turtle tank, and it's very inexpensive. So as soon as I'm done putting all that together, I'll be back with the finished product. Alright, we're back, and this is actually a few days later. As you can see, this is the finished product with what I built with the PVC. I just got a few 4 of these connectors. I'm not really too sure what they're called. You have to, like, I couldn't find anything that just fit straight onto the PVC, so I had to buy 4 of these, which are like, it's like a 90-degree angle that kind of goes into this piece right here. Then you have to buy these pieces to screw into this so it can fit on this, because, you know, this part of the PVC, it's just PVC, it doesn't have any thread. It's the only way I found that I can do it. Then I have the, I guess, 4-way connector here, and I did this just to add like a little bit of strength because this is pretty heavy. Then I have 4 of the, I guess, the T connectors here, 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 and here. And I just cut a few pieces of PVC with the shears, measured everything. Before I painted it, I kind of did a little mock-up. Got the legs here, end caps. Then I hit it with that green, that army green Krylon Fusion, and I'm really digging the way it came out. Just give you a full view of what everything looks like. And like I said in the previous segment of the video, I guess you could say, just need a little imagination and some PVC shears, and you can put together anything you want with these things. And in combination with like egg crate and, you know, other materials that are inexpensive and safe to use in your tanks, there really is no limit to what you can create. You know, you can make basking areas, you can make little stands like this for a nesting box, you can make dividers for your tank, you can make, you know, frames for anything that you want to build. You know, it's pretty much unlimited. And then just got this in from Amazon. This is an Aqua Clear 70. It's a little bit smaller than the 110s that I typically use, but this is also going to be going on the 40. I just want to over filter as much as I can without spending too much money. And since I'll be adding the sand substrate, I just want to make sure that the water is going to be as clean as possible. So, got that ready to go. Got the nesting box ready to go. Got the stand ready to go. This is going to sit right on top of here. As I said before, there'll be a ramp attached to this part. And depending on how I end up doing things, I might even put one on the side. Never know. But this is just to kind of illustrate what I'm working with. This is going to be the tank that I'm going to be doing. And now it's time to do the real work. I have to empty this out, clean out the Aqua Clear that's back there. It's probably not very dirty anyway. And figure out how I want to, you know, configure the media in the tank, the filters. And as soon as I have all that done, I'm going to come back and show off the finished product. So stay tuned and we will be back. And we are back with the finished product. It's actually the next day, and I had to make a few adjustments towards the end. I ended up, if you can see there, I ended up drilling some holes into the PVC so the water can flow inside the pipe and inside the pipes, and kind of help it sink, kind of stay put. As you can see, the nest box is sitting perfectly on top of it. We've added the sand, and I really like how it looks. I think it came out great. I added, I don't know if you can see there and back there, I added a bunch of moss balls, just kind of help with the water quality, and also because I like the way they look. There's another one back there. You can see it in the reflection. And I think it came out fantastic. The only thing I left was just the log. They really seem to use it a lot, so I left it in there. And down there, what I did was all these plants, the ones that come from the bottom, I zip tied them to some egg crate, and I buried the egg crate in the sand to secure them so they won't end up getting dug out and floating away. This piece of driftwood I got leaning against the corner of the tank, kind of help them climb to the surface, get a breath of fresh air. And the top of the, let's just lift this really quickly. So there's the ramp, goes right into the water. Everything just worked out great. Really can't express enough how satisfied I am with everything. If we can bring it back here, there's the Aquaclear 70, and there is the 110. That's what I'm using for the filtration. And in here I don't have any light bulbs yet. I have to buy a few more UVB bulbs. That's what's going to go in here. In here, it's a double dome, but it's all I had on hand. I only have one bulb right here. I was using it for a heat bulb over the sand to try to get some basking going. These guys don't bask much, but it's not a big deal.